So have I got a funky little project for you. So, we're going to be doing a little Lego project today. Not just any Lego project. This one is definitely going to be a little bit weird. This one is actually an inspired project from one of my subscribers. Yep, one of you actually mentioned about doing this in the comment. And I thought to myself, that would be absolutely amazing. See, I do read your comments. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is just yet. You'll have to find out at the end. And it's kind of Pirates of the Caribbean-y.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
But before we start, guess what? I've actually got my very own first sponsor. So yep, this video is sponsored by Audible. Cheers, Audible. Now, if I'm honest, I never even knew these guys existed until they contacted me. And I'm not much of a book reader, but I've kind of always wanted to read a book, but don't really have the patience to just sit down and read one. But actually knowing that these guys actually have Audible books, well, that kind of got my interest. Now, I'm not just going to take on any sponsor. I thought this one would be quite relevant. Now, these guys have an unmatched library to choose from. And the thing that really sparkled my attention with these guys is that you can just listen to these books and just carry on with what you're kind of doing. They've actually got some cool woodworking books on there, which I'm currently listening to at the moment. Can't remember what it was now. Hang on. Woodworking by Harry Devers. Devers? It's a pretty cool book. The great thing about it is I can carry on doing bits and pieces in the shop, listening to this guy. These guys will actually give you a 30-day trial. Happy days! Your first audiobook is free. If you decide to cancel later on, you can still keep all your books. Sweet! All you gotta do is head on over to www.audible.com/Nick Zametti. Or you can text Nick Zametti to 500 500. Plus, you'll be helping support my channel. Thanks to Audible for sponsoring this video. I think that was right. Yeah, www.audible.com/Nick Zametti. Can't go wrong. So, ooh-ah, let's get on and make this project. Captain Jack. Right, so we've made our Jack Sparrow Pirates of the Caribbean little boat, and we've got our little zombie pirate. Now for the next step.
Welcome aboard the Black Pearl.
Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit complicated for what I'm going to try and do. So I need to first of all inlay some resin in the bottom of here. I found this cylinder and I think this will work kind of well, but I've got to destroy it to make it work. So I'm going to have to cut the top of this off so that it just leaves us with that area to play with. So I'm going to chop this up in the bandsaw and get rid of the top of this, and then we're going to be able to lay some resin in the bottom here, and we want like a blue sea effect in here. So we're going to put that in first, then we're going to leave that to dry and come back later. Now, in order for this project to work, we've got to do this in stages. First of all, we're going to put some ocean blue dye and fill this up kind of around about to here. And what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to come back kind of like in the middle of the night because this is actually a slow, really slow setting resin, 24 hours to cure. And I need to set these figures inside the resin. Now, if I put them in now, they just sink to the bottom and a little bit of a mess. And won't kind of give the sort of effect that I'm looking for. I don't have any fast setting resin, unfortunately, at the moment. I'm just going to have to do this in stages. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of this ocean blue in. This is aluminite, really cool stuff. And then we're just going to lay a little seabed in the bottom of it. Okay, so I've just popped this out and it's pretty much already sealed up already. So it's only actually been about 6 hours. So I'm surprised actually that it has cured like that, maybe because of it's quite warm. So what I'm going to have to do now is I've just put a dab of resin on the bottom of here, and then we're just going to try to just try and seal him on the top here somewhere. So we've also got our zombie to put in here as well. So what we'll do is we will seal the zombie just like he's kind of like grabbing hold of the boat. Right, there we go. Now you can see that in there. So he's just kind of grabbing onto the boat at the back. I think that will look quite cool. So now we just need to let them set, and then we will add some more resin. Okay, so this is all dried up now, and as you can see, our little zombie pirate is pulling down old Jack Sparrow's boat or ship, pirate ship. He's pulling it down. It's kind of leaning upwards a little bit, which is kind of cool, and old Jack Sparrow's a little bit worried in there at the moment. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop this out of here, and then we're going to place this whole thing into another whole tub, and then we're going to fill it with some more resin with a slightly different colour, well, same sort of blue, but just a bit of a light blue to kind of give an effect of maybe more of a sky from the sea. So let's give that a bash. Hopefully I can get it done. We've got a bit of smoke going on here. That's because that is quite a lot of resin in there, and it's probably pretty hot. So as you can see, it's smoking. Right, we've got our last little bit of resin to put in there, and this is really going to pump up the heat. Not quite full up, but I think that is going to be all we're going to be able to put in. And she's still smoking. I'm going to put this in the pressure pot now. It's had a little bit of a reaction in there, to be fair, with all the smoke, and there's a lot of bubbles in there, but actually that might add to the effect anyway. We'll have to just see when this fully dries, but it's definitely had a bit of a reaction. Maybe I put a bit too much B in there or not, I don't know, but let's get it in the pot. We'll leave it overnight and see what happens. So it's in the pressure pot. Now, we saw a bit of smoke there, and as I was putting it in, I noticed that it was actually going off already. That isn't right. There's bubbles in it already at the moment. And I can only think that I do have a new set of scales, and it's possible that I've measured the A and the B incorrectly, because this has never happened to me before. I've never seen smoke coming off of my resin before. Now I know sometimes it can get hot if there's quite a lot of resin, but I'm thinking that I may have done the mixtures too different. I may have made a mistake, but there's a good chance that this project is now not going to work in the way that I kind of imagined. However, there could well be some bubbles in it, but then that might be okay, but then it might still look a little bit odd. But either way, I'll show you the end result, whether it works or not. It is what it is. We'll have to find out in the morning. Okay, so let's just see what we've got. Okay. Might be alright actually. Where is it? It might be okay. Looks a bit bubbly this end, but we might be able to get around that. Right, let's demold this. There we go. Actually didn't turn out that bad. I think we just had a bit of a reaction up here, not really too sure why. That just went off really fast. But over this side seems to be okay, so that's not too bad actually. That's kind of what I was hoping. Could do with a bit longer, but we'll deal with this. Right, now let's get this on the lathe. Right then, Captain Jack, it's time to get out my new negative rake scrapers from EasyWood Tools. Okay, so there is our bottle shape, which I think that we're going to stick with. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to sand this up and try to make this nice and smooth. There's a few little marks in it, but we might get those out before we do the sanding. And then see if we can shine this up for you, so we can see our Captain Jack is somewhere in there. Okay, so we've sanded this back now right up to 400 grit. And now we're going to add on some Yorkshire grit.
Right, we're now going to use a little bit of micro mesh to shine this up real good.
Now I'm applying a little bit of Yorkshire grit hand cream just to make it nice and smooth. Okay, so we're almost there. Just a little bit more shining up to do. As you can see, we've got a few bubbles in here. This is where the resin reacted. Nothing really much we can do about that, but it kind of looks alright. It looks kind of cool. I reckon that's okay. So this is coming up, but we've got a bit more buffing up to do. We'll do that on the buffing wheel when we take this off. So I'm going to take this off of here now. We're going to chop this off and sort of finish this area. So we'll get this sanded down and shined up. And then we're going to buff this up. Pirate in a bottle. I hope you like this one. This was an inspired project by one of you, and I'm so sorry I cannot remember. I should have saved the kind of the message that came in. I didn't. I have searched all over the place, but I get so many messages I couldn't find it. I wanted to kind of get it to ping up on the screen and obviously mention your name. But I know it was a young lady, and she mentioned, how about doing this kind of project? And I thought, you know what, that is pretty awesome idea. So I stole it. I didn't steal it. You recommended I do it, so I did. So there it is. I could probably shine it up a bit more. This actually worked out kind of cool, because this was actually kind of the reaction that we got when I put probably too much B into the A or something. We had a bit of a chemical reaction
Am I dreaming?
as you saw. But actually I kind of like that effect now. That's kind of cool. And then obviously he's got his zombie pirate at the back there, kind of like pulling the boat up. Sort of like he's just got his arm on it, as you can see back. I don't know if you can see it there. He's just got his arm on it, and he's just pulling it up like he's trying to get away. Jack Sparrow's trying to get away, and the zombies are after him. He definitely ain't going anywhere. Now he's stuck in here. And obviously the blue kind of took effect quite well as well. It's actually mixed in fairly all the same really. I did kind of wanted a bit of more of a darker blue on the sort of like the water, and then a lighter blue, but it's kind of all blended into one. But there we go. And I've used this as well Got my little emblem in the bottom. Boom. This is that part of that 600-year-old beam that another chap sent down to me. So I thought I'd use that as a kind of little stand for it. So that looks, yeah, kind of like that one. Definitely blowing my own trumpet on this one. I'll get stills up at the end on this one so you can see a little bit more of the detail. I really do hope you like it. Stay there, Jack. I just want to say thanks to EasyWood Tools for sending these negative rake scrapers down. They are pretty awesome and they work really well. Definitely check these out if you're doing a lot of resin work. It works really well for resin. Makes life really easy. We've got another funky chest piece in as well. This is from this chap, Flying Hinges, and it's Carl. Look at this. Look at the little face on it. I don't know what's going on there, but it's pretty funky.
Magnum.
Cheers, Carl. I'm pretty sure we're only missing maybe 1 or 2 pieces now, so hopefully we'll have this chessboard set done. Got a bit of post. Looks like it's from Woodcut. It's from New Zealand. Where's Rom from? Yep, Woodcut. Hey Nick, enjoying your YouTube page. Can't wait to see what you do with our Bowl Saver Max 3 next. Ah, these are the Bowl Saver guys. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I really appreciate all your support. Please head on over and check out my sponsor. Thanks again to Audible for sponsoring this video. The links for Audible are in the description below. Go check them out. Well, if you're feeling generous, please share this video. That would be absolutely awesome. Give us a thumbs up and a comment below. If you don't see a video on a Friday, please don't panic. I've just got so many things happening at the moment. Maker Central obviously is one of those things which we're trying to build up for everyone coming. If you're looking to come to the show, please grab a ticket. Also, links in the description. We would love to see you there. May even bring my pirate in a bottle and a few other bits. Thanks for joining me, folks. I'll see you all again really soon. Take care.